Hi there. This isn't so much part of my video diaries that I'm doing as kind of a deeper explanation going into something else because I'm kind of doing a little update that's kind of a summary of what's going on my main diary entry, and I'm sure things will become more detailed as I go along, but I figure why not do some of the details now. I mentioned something about dead food, and I wanted to kind of discuss what do you buy, what isn't. Maybe you don't know what living versus dead food is. Sometimes it can be difficult because not everything that says organic is going to be a living food if it's in a package. So, um, some of the things you should shop for that can really help are, um, fresh vegetables and fresh fruits and grains, such as brown rice, things. Look at the back. Don't read labels from the front. Don't read where it says organic and natural and low fat. Read the back. If there are things you cannot pronounce on the package that don't sound natural and sound like a chemical, don't use those. If it has hydrogenated oils, don't use that. If it has MSG, it's not good for you. If it has, look at the sodium levels. You'll be shocked how much sodium is in your diet. Sodium makes you bloat. Sodium will make you keep your weight on and will make it very difficult for you to lose weight if you have a high sodium diet. And we're not talking about table salt. Table salt alone adds a lot of sodium to your food, but people are salting foods that are already loaded down with sodium. So most of the time, you never should have to use table salt or sea salt or any of salt substitutes or anything like that. Food has naturally occurring sodium. Sauces have a lot of sodium. Um, Try to just use less salt. That's a really big deal. Some of the things that I buy are organic eggs, organic skinless, boneless chicken breasts, um, broccoli, fresh broccoli. I buy the florets in the bag, fresh organic baby lettuce, um, some raw walnuts that are organic, raw cranberry, or not raw, dried cranberry. These are for salads. I do use a fat-free feta cheese. That's the probably my weakness is definitely cheese. I love cheese. And I happen to have some shaved Parmesan in the fridge, some light string cheese, and some fat-free feta cheese, which are really good. The string cheese makes a great snack. The feta cheese is great on salads. It's great on warm spinach with pesto. Delicious. Very good for you. By the way, if you're worried about things like pesto and things that have a high fat content, when you look and read a package, if it look at the fat, it says total fat, and then underneath it it says saturated fat, monounsaturated fat, polyunsaturated fat, and trans fat. What you want is you want as little to no saturated fat and no trans fats whatsoever. And you want good polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats. I swear by it. The oils that are in avocados, don't let them lie to you. It's avocados are not fattening, they contain fat, but they contain good fat. And these good fats are really, really healthy for your body. One, especially if you need to lose as much weight as I do, and maybe some of my viewers, um, it'll help you maintain elasticity and um, smoothness in your skin. So as you begin to lose weight, it will help you retain your skin and elasticity. My wife is living proof of this. She lost 100 pounds. She ate pounds and pounds of avocados doing so. And also flax oil and hemp seed oil and hemp seeds, all those great, fantastic. You can have as much of those oils as you need. And olive oil is also great. Um, but start looking at the back. Make sure you don't have those other kind of fats. But there's things you should know what's in your food. Definitely, you should know what's in your food. Um, a couple things I posted, and then I kind of wrote in my diary that they weren't really that good for me, such as this like salmon enclouté, and there was a eggplant parmesan. Well, if I made the eggplant parmesan from scratch, it would have been healthy for me. But because I bought it already pre-made, it was loaded with sodium, loaded with saturated fat, and loaded with ingredients that didn't belong in it. Even though it's from Trader Joe's, Don't be fooled by where you buy your food either, because um, that doesn't really matter. Um, but yeah, today I went and bought oranges and apples and carrots and organic hummus. Hummus is really good for you. It's got tons of B vitamins and fiber and protein. Makes a great snack with some baby carrots. It's my favorite snack. I have it every night. Um, I also bought some unsweetened organic applesauce that's in a jar. I should probably make my own applesauce, but I'm afraid it will turn brown too fast and I won't like it. Um, what else? I bought some fresh ginger, and I bought some unsweetened almond milk, um, which I use in my smoothies. It's unsweetened vanilla almond milk. It's only got 40 calories in a cup. I use half a cup, so I use only 20 calories in my smoothie of the almond milk. I also will have it with cereal from time to time. Careful with cereals, though. Make sure when you're buying cereals they're not loaded with sugar and weird ingredients. Uh, One that's really good for you is like puffed wheat. Usually, like Kashi makes one that's like puffed grains. It's like 7 grains. It's really, really good and it's really filling. Those are really good. So, um, try to stay away from the breads and the pastas and the white potatoes. Instead, try sweet potatoes, squash. Spaghetti squash makes a great spaghetti alternative. Add some tomato paste to it. It's delicious. Um, and try the squashes, the sweet potatoes, the yams. They're crazy full of B vitamins, which will be conducive to your weight loss. Um, there's also an alternative to pasta if you're open to it. It's called shirataki noodles. There's only 20 calories in them, no carbohydrates to speak of. Tastes like pasta. You could add it to any soup, and it's got the consistency and texture of pasta. Um, and try, instead of salting your foods, try using a lot of seasonings, like natural seasonings, not seasonings like the pre-made Lowry's. Don't use that. Like rosemary and thyme and chives and lemon and ginger and garlic and just cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg. Be creative with your seasoning of your food, and you might be surprised. As far as dressings are concerned with salads, I like the wishbone variety of the spritzers just because they're also low calorie. But if you want, if you're not really counting calories and you're just trying to eat really super healthy, I recommend flax oil and lemon, maybe a little bit of apple cider vinegar and some seasonings. You can make a little Italian dressing style out of that. Um, just, I don't know, try looking at foods differently. Try not looking for convenience, but looking for nutrition. And start reading labels instead of reading brands and reading the front. You know, all sounds good. Don't worry, it's all going to sound good. But when you get to the back, it doesn't sound so good. You'll lose your interest. Even if you're a junkie for that stuff, don't worry. Start reading it from the back, and it's not going to be as appealing as it was to you before. And just remember, it's dead food.